Okay, hi everyone. So today I wanted to create another video all about reporting in SAP SuccessFactors. And so yes, I know we have the analytics and payroll control center, and that's great, especially when you're looking at one period. But sometimes people want to go look at more details for past periods, right? And so reporting still has a role. And so just to show the scenario, I have my tile for gross pay, and I'm going to reconcile some of the previous periods. So PCC does give us an advantage because we get to look at the current period pre-payroll. But once you have results, then you can use the existing payroll reporting products. And I have past videos out there for like payroll journal and whatnot as well. And so what I'm going to focus on today is reconciling these amounts. This 720,000 from period 14, and then the 752 from period 13. And so I've come over to my other tab here, and so I have a shortcut to wage type reporter here, and so this just launches this over here. And then I've actually set this up already, right? So I got a lot of this stuff set up, and I'm going to start with like a summarized payroll amounts for gross pay. And so if you look at it, I'm looking for a specific pay group or payroll area. I'm looking specifically at period 14, 2024. I'm looking for total gross, and then I've built a layout for it as well. And so there's a lot of options here. And so now if you take a look at it, like I said, I've built the layout, and what you can see is I have 3 line items here for total gross, and I can actually very quickly and easily sum this up, right? And so now taking a look at this, what I'll notice is the in period was all 2024-14, the one I'm looking at, but I have some retro amounts coming in. So this one's coming from period 4, where there's a negative 1,000 that came in, and this is some off cycle on February 1st that had an update right here. So the end of it is $720,917,000.76. If I go back over to PCC, right, 720,917,76. So I do have the ability to kind of reconcile this data. And then if I wanted to actually go and explore this in more detail, right, and so I can do that. So I have a second variant I've set up here, and this is going to give me more of the details. So I put this Imran pay detailed list. And so once again, US payroll area, period 14/101. What I actually changed was the variant of the output, and then I actually added a couple fields here in object selection, like the personnel number, so we can look for an individual. So if I run this, now what you're going to see is I have the full list down to the employee level, right? So this gives me more information. And so what you might want to do here is actually, I think the cool thing is you can sort this. And so now you can actually see here's some of those retro amounts. Sarah, Ben, Jada, negative 12,000, negative 10,000, negative 5,000, negative 1,000. So that's where those negative ones come from. And you can see the different periods, which I showed in the sum amount as well. And then what I can do is actually total this up. And so now you can see same number, but now I have actually the detailed list of, hey, here are all the people, and this is how this number is made up. And yes, you can also change this to Excel as well. Just as a quick tip, there is the ability to change the layout. So you can choose which fields there. So there's more fields that I have hidden here. And then I've selected some things and displayed, like the striped pattern to make it optimize the column width without merging it if necessary, and then printing out with the date, title, and page number there. So done some things there. Like I said, you can further kind of optimize this. So if I wanted to hide the number, I don't know, hide a couple other fields. Let's hide this one, maybe the text here. And then this gives you a more streamlined view of it. And then if I wanted to, I could actually save this layout right here as well. And so I can call this /is detail 2. Let's say that. And I can make it user specific or make it the default for this. Run detailed layout. And the cool thing about that is now when I come back to this report, that layout is now saved in here, right? IS detail 2. And when I rerun this, I'll have it exactly like this. So that includes the sort, That includes the total here at the bottom. That includes the fields I hid, all of it. So it's perfectly optimized. And what I can do is if I wanted to go in and change my period, I could run period 13 and it'll keep my same layout here. So I can run this, still have the same layout. Sorry, I didn't save that. Period. Other period. You have to enter that in. So period 13, and then execute this. And now you can see I have different amounts here. So still had one retro here, but there was a different amount going back. So that allows me to kind of do that. The last thing I wanted to show is you can also do a period comparison. And so I've saved this as a comparison. And the big thing here, same payroll area, but I checked this box for compare. So I'm looking at the US payroll area, period 14 versus period 13. Shows me the dates here. If I scroll down, I'm still looking for total gross. And then I've already built the layout to kind of be what I like this to be. And so now if I execute this, you can see this is kind of summed up amounts right here. And so if you take a look at this, I have my amounts for one period, 720, which is when it's summed up. But then I have a comparison period amount. So this is period 13 that I had, right? Which you can actually see here, compare in period. So this is period 2024 13, and then the 2024 14. So this is the amount for 2024 14, and this is 13. And you can see that the numbers here. Remember that negative 7,500 we saw with, I think his name was Jeff Hill, and 752 was the total. 752, 12676. So I'm able to do a direct compare. And once again, I could do this both at the detailed summed up level or at an employee level as well. And if I go back to PCC, let's 752126. You can see 752,126.76. So that just kind of shows that's where that number is coming from. And then we're able to use reporting in SAP SuccessFactors to get all of the details we'd like, right? Whether it's at an individual wage type. And the cool thing is, kind of like I showed before, I can also swap variables. So if I want to look at net pay instead, I could run this and get a net pay comparison. So amount to be paid, 540, 964.60, and 549, 888. And so I'm able to very quickly and easily swap this. So yeah, very powerful reporting capabilities. Love the wage type reporter. Use it all the time. Thank you very much. Please like the videos if you watched it, and subscribe to the channel as well. I'll keep making more videos. Thanks.